It's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock.
Stop that noise. Stop this crazy thing, Jane. Stop that noise. Stop this crazy thing, Jane.
We're here. All right.
We're having too much fun. That's what it is. It's fun. Well, welcome to another one of these Ask Chris Anything. This is Google Photos. You know, Chris is a diamond level product expert for, what is this?
Google Photos.
Right. And
Yes.
it's time for you to ask Chris anything. So,
It helps me keep sharp.
oh, it's important, you know, because the way you learn about this stuff is by teaching it and keeping up with it and answering people's questions, and then you know what's going on. So, yeah, Chris wrote the book on Google Photos, Learn Google Photos, and she is an expert according to Google and others, but especially, yeah.
No such thing, though, as an expert, because things are always changing. But as close as you can get, I am an expert in Google Photos.
Okay, so, you know, everybody takes lots of photos with your phone. You want to get them automatically gathered and organized, and that's really why Google Photos was there. But you have questions, and she has answers. There's ongoing updates at geeksontour.com. Google Photos updates, GP updates.
Yeah.
So just if you can scan that link there, and it'll take you to all of the latest and greatest that Chris is putting up there for you.
Every time that there is a notice of something that has changed, I try to add it to this page. So if you just want to see, and I also note the chapter in the book that is affected by that change. So you can go there and, you know, if you know that chapter 7 is about editing, if you see any items on chapter 7, you'll know that there's been a change in editing.
Cool.
Hello, people. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's great to see everyone. Now, we have some tutorial videos at geeksontour.com. Maybe you've heard. 847 now. We'll tell you about that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. There are a couple of more. They just went up. Actually, they're not on the website yet, so this is probably right, 845. Maybe 846. But what is it, 734?
So just wanting you to know, all of our videos are numbered. So if we tell you that a video that will answer your question is number 734, you can find it by just going to geeksontour.com/734. Now, a lot of them are free for everybody, and a lot of them are for members only. So if you want to be able to see all of them, we invite you to become a member. But in any case, you can find them by going to geeksontour.com / and the number that we give you. I like that Andrew Hatchett says, Google changes quicker than Fort Lauderdale weather. Ain't it the truth, Andrew? And becoming a member of Geeks on Tour is not a big deal. I mean, less than $60. annually.
Yeah, to be able to talk to Chris, even for just a few minutes, is well worth the $60 for anyone, right?
Yeah, that's what you always say.
I do say
How
that.
much? All right. So we have some questions. Let's get to it.
All right. So Don says deleted photos not removing from device. When I delete using the web version, I want the photos to be removed from my phone as well. I thought that's what's supposed to happen. What's the deal?
All right. Let me demonstrate.
All right.
There is a little bit of an issue here, or there's something to understand. So I'm going to take my phone and I'm going to take a picture of my sweetie, my Mr. Mustache Man. Okay. Now, actually, I should have taken two, but yeah, let me take two.
Take two.
All right. And now if we can show that under the camera.
A little out of focus.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I open up Google Photos and I'll see those two photos that I just took. Now, see the little arrow? The little up arrow? Can you see that? Okay, and it turned into a cloud with a check mark. That means that those two photos that I just took have now successfully been uploaded to the cloud. Okay, if I delete one using the phone that took the photo, I tap delete and it says, allow Google Photos to move this to the trash. Allow. What that's asking me, I mean, if it's Google Photos, it'll delete it from the cloud. That's Google Photos. But it's saying you need to give me permission to delete it from the device, from the phone. And if I allow, that photo is now gone from the cloud and from the device. I can prove that by going to Gallery, and Gallery is the Samsung app that shows the photos just on the device. And notice there's only one photo of Jim there. So it's gone from the device because I deleted it using Google Photos on the device that took the photo. Okay, now let me go to the web on the computer. And I go to Google Photos. And I see two. I didn't expect that. I'm going to refresh and just see if it... That's interesting. This is what happens when you're live. I'm going to refresh again because I just don't believe that. There we go. Okay, so it took a second, as these things do. Now, on the computer, though, if I... I think I should keep that one.
I think you can delete that one.
If I delete that, it says, remove from your Google account devices with backup turned on. That is the device I took it with. So it should be deleting from that device and all places shared within Google Photos. Move to trash. However, since I was on the computer, it didn't ask me for permission on the device. So now I need to go back to the device, back to the phone, and show you there's one extra step. So that photo now looks like it's gone from Google Photos. But if I go to Gallery, it's still there. That photo still exists on the device, just no longer in Google Photos. Boy, this is a long explanation,
Isn't it?
isn't it? It's a funky thing. It's a weird thing. What you have to do is go into your account button and review out of sync changes. And this is somewhat new, 6 months or so. Review out of sync changes. It tells me that you change these photos on another device. Google Photos needs your permission to apply these changes on this device. So if it says that I've removed 19 photos, moved to the trash somewhere else. If I review those, there is the photo of Jim. If I say, if I deleted those using the computer, I meant to delete them, please remove all from the device, and allow. So that's the complete explanation of why, even though you think it's supposed to delete from the device, when you delete from the cloud, there is one more step called review out of sync changes. Until you give it those permissions, it's not going to delete. Phew. How about an easier question? Oh, I like this one.
I want to add text to a photo using Snapseed. Yeah. When I get to the part where it says double tap, nothing happens.
All right. Well, I don't know what's going wrong. I mean, you double tap, it should select and allow you to type text, but I will just go through it and see if anything I do here makes sense. I didn't turn my light on. Okay. And I'm going to use the iPhone for this demonstration because on the Android, Google Photos has the ability to add text, so you don't really need Snapseed. On the iPhone, Google Photos cannot add text natively, but if you have the free Snapseed app, you can. So let's take this one. I took this picture today of these beautiful orchids, and let's just say that I want to put the word orchids on there. On the iPhone, you swipe up and then open in Snapseed. And the tool that I want is the text tool. So tools, and it's at the bottom, text. Now here's where it says double tap to change text. Double tap right there, and it should open up a box. Now it still says double tap here. Well, at this point, you actually don't have to double tap. You just have to tap. Now the existing text is selected and you can type whatever you want. And okay, and move it around. So, like I say, I haven't seen it get stuck at that double tap. Maybe you're not tapping twice fast enough, because a single tap at that point doesn't do it. You have to tap. And then it just opens up a place where you can then tap once more and type what you want. So hopefully, I hope that helps, Maury. If you're here, if you're watching here live, let us know. Oh, and I want to show a little video at this point.
Okay.
We got plenty of time, right?
Sure.
If you do have an Android and you're saying, what? I can add text with an Android? Video 726. It's just a minute long. How to use Google Photos and add text with a solid background to a photo. Notice in this photo that word hibiscus is hard to read. Let me show you a trick. If you tap Edit and go to Markup, you have the choice of pen, highlighter, and text. I'm going to choose highlighter first, and this order is important. And I'm going to choose the black color. And then I just rub a section of the photo. I'm just going to do the right corner to give myself a solid background. Now I'll go to text and type hibiscus. And I can even make it green. Tap outside to sort, and then move that down over. So that's why you have to do it in this order. You have to make the background first, then add the text. I love that little tip. It's so easy, and it really does help you be able to read whatever you text you put on the photo. All right, now there was an early Donna Whalen's. Let's do hers. Not that I have a really good answer for you, Donna, but you put the question in, so
You got to answer it. I have about 1 billion photos in Google Photos. I need to clean up and clean out. How do I do that efficiently?
well, there is no real techniques for doing it efficiently. Google Photos, first I have to say 10,000 is nothing.
No.
I have over 100,000, and yeah, a lot of them should be cleaned out. But you never know when one of my extra photos might be the one that I really want at this point in time. Google Photos was originally invented so that you didn't have to do that work of cleaning up.
That was the idea.
That's the idea. They said, go ahead, just give us all your photos. We will surface memories for you. Okay, but you want to clean up. So, albums is really the only tool that you have. You want to make albums, and then when you are looking at pictures and saying, okay, I'll put that one in an album, then you should select and delete the ones that you're not putting in the album. I have been asking forever for a feature to say, show me all my pictures that I have not put into an album. Then I can choose to delete them. I don't want to accidentally delete something that is in an album. If I put it in an album, it's important to me. But anyway, that's the place to start. Or, here's one technique that would work. Favorites. If you've ever used favorites, it just means tapping the little star. And you do see the little star. So if you tap all of your important photos with a star, then you're free to delete anything that doesn't have a star. Now, they have given us one new tool. I want to play another video here. One new tool to help us clean up, and it's called stacks. So if you've been wondering what stacks are, here's another little video I want to play.
Which one?
Stacks. I don't know which one.
I didn't. Yeah, I just have numbers.
You just have the numbers. Hi, this is Chris Guld with Geeks on.
There it is.
Hi, this is Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour. And I know how annoyed you all get when you look at your Google Photos library and you see a bunch of duplicates. You know, they're not actually duplicates, right? I mean, you did take 10 pictures of that pretty sunset. But once you've identified your best one, how can you easily delete all the rest so they're not taking up storage space? Let me show you stacks. I'm going to take 3 pictures of this little Android guy. 1, and 2, and 3. How about 4 for good measure? So here's what it looks like after I've taken those pictures. On my phone, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures of that little Android guy. Now, I also took 3 pictures of this glass, 3 pictures of Jim, and 3 pictures of the Android guy in a different way. That was over a half hour ago, however, and see how they have been stacked. So if I tap on Jim, I will see all 3 pictures, but there is one that has been identified as the top pick. I don't know. You can decide which one you want to be the top pick. You tap the 3 dots and set as top pick. So that's how that works. It only takes up 1 photo square in your library, but there are actually 3 photos there. So there are 3 photos taking up space in your Google Photos account. So if I say I only want to keep one, you tap on this, and if you swipe up, I can tap on keep this and delete the rest. So once I do that, allow photos to move 2 photos to the trash, allow. Now there is no longer a stack. You don't see those that little 2 squares up there. You only see the 1 photo. Now, how did this happen? Well, when you are looking at your all photos, your photo library, your grid, you should see 3 dots. And here is the stack similar photos. If I turn that off and go back to the library, you will see that I have 3 pictures of the glass and 3 pictures of the little Android guy. I tap the 3 dots, stack similar photos, and now you only see the 1 of the glass and the 1 of the Android, but the little 2 squares in the 3. Now, if that looks familiar to you, it's because this is the same process that has always been in existence for burst photos. I take a burst shot by swiping down. Notice I got 15 shots there. So here's what the burst shot looks like. Notice that the icon is a little bit different from the stacks, but it works pretty much the same. You can open it up. You can swipe up and keep this and delete the rest. I don't want to. And here's another difference. If I go to my settings, and you can get to that by settings also, by the way, photo settings, preferences, stack similar photos, and I can turn it off. Now the stacks have opened up, but the burst has not. I'm going to put those back on. These were the 4 I took before. And if I stack similar photos, notice it stacks 3 of them, but leaves 1. I can't explain that. It thought that this one was different enough that it didn't belong in the stack. So that's how stacks works. Maybe someday they'll give us a way to filter so that we see only our stacks. Then we can seriously clean up. I do think stacks is a nice step, but it's just one step. There is another place where Google Photos gives you a list of your biggest files and your biggest videos if your goal is to recover some storage space from your Google account. But sometimes my biggest videos are some of the most important to me, so that doesn't particularly help. You still don't have stacks, Richard Clarkson? Wow. I would maybe try uninstalling and reinstalling just to see, but no. Stacks is one of the newest features, but it's been rolling out since last October, I think. And most people I know do have it by now. Don't know what to say. There's nothing really you can do to get it. It is a server-side rollout. Well.
It could be personal.
Was it something you said to Google?
You got to be careful.
Okay. Let's do Bob's here.
All right. How do I find and download images from the memories?
Jolin doesn't have stacks yet. Wow, I'm just really surprised. I did think that everybody had stacks now. Oh well.
Well, I guess you were wrong. I hate when that happens.
Now, Bob, and I think he put a message in here too. Robert Booth, yeah, Robert Booth, that one. He sent an email and put it in the.
This one here?
Yeah. How can I save the pics it used as a separate file on my PC? Now, one thing, it depends on which memories you're talking about. Google has just really gone overboard with this memory stuff. I mean, I love the fact that Google pops up memories out of my pictures sometimes, but I'm talking about the ones at the top of the screen on the phone. This is a memories carousel. I mean, it says March to April 2013, 11 years ago. Video highlights 4 years ago, 13 years ago, 16 years ago. And if any of these you want to keep or save, here's one 20 years ago. You open it up.
What a good-looking guy. Young.
And just let me tell you what I do. If you want to know how can I do something with these pictures, you have to look for 3 dots or 3 lines or the share button. So I see 3 dots down here. I tap the 3 dots and I have view day.
It's not clear.
Sorry. Thank you. How's that?
That's better.
View day, order photos, hide, add to album, or edit memory title. Well, that's not what, that doesn't help me. So I tap on the photo. How about?
Bring it down. Oh, you. Okay.
How about the share button? I tap share and I can share the memory or share the photo. Now, as far as downloading, I mean, these photos are already in your photo library. So so you can't just they're already there. But if you then share and share memory, and share to yourself. Seems like there was a better way last time I tried to do this. But now there is also a memories down here, just making it even more complicated. And these are both your albums and created albums that Google is making. So I'm waiting until Google starts getting clear on what they want to do. But if I see something here that I want to remember, I would need to add a title to it. I'll say good stuff. And now that has a title, 3 dots, or share, and I can share or copy the link to myself or to anybody else. Yeah, I think there's a lot to be desired with these memory things. But you asked about on the computer. Let me go to the computer and see if it's any. On the computer, there are the memories along the top. And if you find one, this 16 years ago, and I look for options, and I see share. I also see star with favorite, or print. You can print a book with these things. Photo book, photo print. Yeah. I swear that there was a way to just save a memory. I think I even have a video on it. I'll have to look through that and see if I can get a better answer for you, Bob. Because, yeah, I agree. There isn't anything obvious that says, take this memory and keep it for me somewhere. Used to be. All right. Any more live questions? I saw
They're
one
over here.
Okay. I think there was one up higher. There, Snapseed. Yeah. Stephen Shank, hello. Nice to see you. Do you find Snapseed to be easier than the Google Markup? Not necessarily, but two things. The Google Markup is only available on the Android, not the iPhone. And the Google Markup doesn't give you many options. You can't change fonts, for example. It's just one font. You can make it big or little, but it's just one font. Whereas Snapseed has lots of different looks for the text on a photo. So that's it. Not easier. The Google Markup is easier because it's right there with Google Photos on the Android.
Gmail identification does not show up on the top of the home photo page of my phone. Fix it.
Gmail identification. You mean your little face, your account button? Gmail identification does not show up on the top of the home photo page of my phone. All right, well, let me just get my phone and see if I think I... And if I go to just Google Photos, then my little face in the circle at the top right, I call that the account button. So, and that is my Gmail address, is with my account button. If yours doesn't show there, then maybe it's using a different account. Or no account. On the Android, you can use Google Photos without an account. But I can choose other accounts, and that little circle changes. It's very important to know what account you're looking at. So your face, your initials should be showing up in that upper right-hand corner. Lee?
Yeah, let's look at that. I had a Norton on an older iMac and it crashed. I can't keep it on. I have zapped the PRAM but don't have the backup operating system because they were downloads, most of the photos. Oh my goodness.
This one's for you.
Backed up, but I need to get back in to check.
Most photos backed up, but need to get in to check. Oh, well, if your photos were backed up with Google Photos, then you don't need your computer. You need just any connected device and go to the website photos.google.com. If your photos were backed up using the account that you know, your Gmail address, then you should see them on the computer. And you can download from the web to your computer.
How do I know if I have the stacks feature?
Okay, I can show that.
Sure.
If you just look at, so you open up Google Photos on your phone, and you have 4 options down at the bottom here. If you're on that first option, the one just called Photos, and you have 3 dots, then you have the stacks feature. You tap the 3 dots, and stack similar photos will be the first option. If you don't have the feature, you don't have those 3 dots.
Okay. How about this one? When streaming an album onto our TV, it skips the videos. How do we show the videos too?
We've been here before, haven't we? This house, and ours does show the videos, but not all the way. I think it just shows
Just as a piece.
yeah, but it does show the. So when streaming an album on our TV, and here's one thing, I think you're talking about when you have Google Photos set up on your Chromecast like a screensaver. So it's just showing pictures when your TV is in ambient mode. It's streaming your photos. And yeah, I don't think there's any way to have it show the whole video. In my experience, it doesn't skip them. It shows a little bit of it. But if you want to show videos on your TV, you would do it a different way. You would bring up the album of photos on your phone and then cast directly from your phone to the TV. Then whatever's going on your phone will show up on the TV. But that's more of a manual process. The ambient mode is something that happens like a screensaver. Not sure if that helped, but I try.
Barbara Wensky.
Hi.
Hey. I really like the Google Photos memories. How did they happen? Is it all just done with AI or what? I'm pretty sure that some real person, doesn't sit around going through my photos. You're right there.
Yeah.
A real person does not go sit there and look through your photos.
It is absolutely AI.
Magic.
Now,
It's magic.
you know how the AI is trained. They're trained on all of our photos, but specifically if they see that you make a lot of albums with travel photos, then it will know that travel photos are important to you, and it will tend to give more of those. On the other hand, it might say, no, people should be important. And it will give you a memory of a bunch of people. It is definitely AI. Nothing really you can do to control it.
All I have is a select icon. Well, Jolin.
In a particular week or I don't have the stacks yet. Wow. I'm just really surprised that there are that many people that still don't have stacks.
Hey, took me a long time.
I know, but you did get it, and so I figured
You thought everybody else would
it
too.
was done.
I finally get it.
And I know other people who have gotten it. Maybe, yeah.
All right, here's one. Before Google Photos and iPhone, I backed up my early digital pics to multiple external hard drives. If I tried to upload them all to Google Photos, will Google Photos skip the exact duplicates or copies? It should.
Yes, but they must be exact. I have a video, I'll have to look up the number, that I demonstrate. If I copy a photo, I upload a photo from my computer to the Google Photos cloud, and then, forgetting that I just did it, I go and upload that same photo again, I do not end up with two. It goes through the motions, but
it looks like it did.
It looks like it sent up two, but if you look at the results, it does not copy the second time. However, there are photos that I can't tell a difference between, so there's just 1 pixel difference or 1 auto-correct edit difference. Those are 2 separate photos. So, but if you have the exact same photo, like in 2 folders on your computer, they will only result in 1 copy on your computer if they are absolutely exactly the same photo.
Are you done? We share videos on our display TV at the computer club using a USB stick. That
And
works.
okay, and Jolyn, so and do your videos do play when you do it that way? Yes. Okay.
Okay, Steven wants to know how can he get it? You have to wait. Patience.
Yeah. There's
That's
nothing.
all. You can't do anything.
Oh, Donna, thank you.
All right. Bonnie, Chris, I can't get the Gemini access in Google Apps yet.
Gee, I'm kind of surprised. Bonnie, I know, uses these apps a lot, and that seemed to be the key. She's referring to our session yesterday about Gemini. I did sign up for. Are you paying the $20 a month? If you're paying the $20 a month, you better have the
Yeah, they better
Gemini
be
and
giving
Google
it to you,
Slides.
Richard says he has the S23. That's a Samsung and no stacks.
It will come.
Oh, look, Clark. I just opened Google Photos on my iPad and a pop-up display saying Stacks has been enabled.
Yay!
That's how it works.
And you didn't do anything to make that happen, right?
Right. I
It
don't
just
think there's
happens.
anything you can do to make any of that happen. So, yeah. And I'm on a Pixel 7 Pro, and I just got it recently. I don't know.
Okay, I have another one over here.
Oh, you do? Okay. What is it? Where did it go? That's what I need to know.
So this question is about,
Where do I find the Magic Eraser tool when I'm on the computer or web version of Google Photos?
all right. Well, unfortunately, the answer is it's not available on the computer. But I kind of want to show you, in case you've never used Magic Eraser, I got to use this opportunity to show you Magic Eraser. So I have an option here, and this is on the iPhone. It works exactly the same on the Android. So cool picture of this imitation lighthouse, but look at all these telephone wires. I tap the picture, I choose Edit, and Magic Eraser is under Tools. I tap Magic Eraser, and look at that. It has, via AI, decided that I probably want to get rid of all those telephone wires or electric wires or whatever they are. And all I have to do is tap Erase All. Boom. Is that a nicer picture or what? But if I go to the computer and find that picture, have it in a folder called Edit Examples. There it is. And I click on Edit. It turns off motion, got it. There's Tools. And there is no Magic Eraser. Yeah. That has some of the special features. I can change the way the sky looks. But Magic Eraser is not available on the web version of Google Photos. It is on both the iPhone and the Android, but not.
So Clark says, didn't do anything special except watch you geeks. Okay, so the key is to watch the geeks. I know.
Oh, and I'll bet you becoming a member would really.
Well, I don't know. Richard's a member, and John's a member.
Yeah,
so
that's true. So I don't know.
You would think that you would be have some pull with Google.
You would think.
Yeah, but no.
No, I've been asking for certain features for the entire. Boy, I've been in the Product Experts program for almost 10 years now.
Really?
2015, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
So on my iPhone, how do I just back up selected photos? I don't want all my photos going to the cloud.
Now, this is a question I've been getting lately, so I really put my thinking cap on and figured out how. So what this person wants is the way it like used to be back with Picasa.
Back in the old days.
Remember Picasa? All our photos were on our computer, and Picasa helped us manage them there. And only for the ones we wanted to share, we would upload them to Picasa web albums. So the online version was a lot smaller than the on-device version. The way Google Photos works is you just turn on backup and it copies all of your photos up to the cloud. I like that. I don't want to trust myself to back up just the ones I want. But some people want it the way it used to be, and there is a way. Step one, you would need to turn off backup. If you don't want all your photos going to the cloud, you have to turn off backup, period. Then, did you know, you can make an album while backup is off. Every photo that you put into an album will be uploaded because albums are cloud creations. You can't make an album out of photos that are solely on your device. So that's the way you can have it the way it used to be. All your photos on your phone, only the ones you put in albums would be uploaded to the cloud. Personally, I wouldn't trust myself for that. Odds are I would be planning to make my album on Saturday and my phone would go overboard on Friday. So not a good...
I then selected Learn More, read some stuff, and then selected Manage Storage, and it says my current rate, I have room for 4 more years of photos. A lot of interesting stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and they are trying to give us more tools for managed storage. But so far, I would like to see stacks get more widely used and a simple show me all of my photos in storage size order so I can just pick all the biggest ones and show me the ones that are in albums so that I don't delete those. Those are my requests from Google.
Okay, Bonnie has a question here. I had an old account, under a previous name, shared my photos there with my new account. I saved all the photos in the new account. Is it okay to delete the old account photos now?
Yes, but as I'm sure you know, anything with computers, I would do a few tests first just to make sure that they really did get saved in the new account, and I would have a backup somewhere else as well. But yes, when you use, I think what you used is partner sharing. There's a feature called partner sharing. So you have your old account, you partner share with your new account, and in the new account you say save all the photos that have been shared from the old account. Once that has been successful, you can now delete from the old account. Yes.
Love Picasa, still use it. Anyone else out there?
Oh, yeah. I still use Picasa every once in a while for a collage. Its collage making feature is really the best.
Yeah. First problem, I tap on keep these two and delete the rest, but it only offers to delete all.
This was a bug, and it appears to me it's been fixed. So, if you If you do have burst photos, that's when you choose and it takes a dozen almost instantly. You can now go in and say, I want to keep this one and that one and delete the rest, and it now works. There was a bug for a little while where it just wanted to delete them all no matter what you said.
Cool.
Picasa. I think we're...
There's still a book on Picasso out there.
Yeah, and there's a website, Picasa Geeks, and all... several dozen of our 840 some odd videos are Picasa videos. Some earlier numbers, very early numbers for our Picasa videos.
Low numbers, yeah. More?
Yep, one more.
All right, let's see if I can find it. There we go. I've heard you say that a favorite feature of Google Photos is the ability to navigate to a photo. How exactly do you do that?
All right, this one
Sounds
I
like
got
a
it.
setup
I
to
got
me.
it. Yeah, I got to show a video. I haven't shown this in a while. So yeah, 728. Hi, this is Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour, and I want to show you one of my very favorite features of Google Photos. I call it Navigate to a Photo. Step 1, you open up Google Photos and find the photo of the location where you want to go. We travel a lot by RV, and whenever we park at a campground, I take a picture of our site. Then, when we leave to go for grocery shopping or out to dinner, I know I can get back there. This is how you do it. You just swipe up on the picture, and you should see a map. If you don't see a map, that means that your camera was not set to record the location when you took the picture, and we have another video on that. Now you see I can just open in Maps. I can choose Google Maps or any other, and it's showing me on the map where this is. Now I can get directions and start. And I know that I'll be able to get back to that exact same site. Navigate to a photo using Google Photos. I really do use that all the time. For all sorts of reasons. Somebody says, let's go to this restaurant, and I know that we've been to that restaurant before. I don't remember quite where it is, but I know I took a photo the last time we were there. I can navigate to the photo.
I would like to delete old photos, but I find that those that were done in burst mode are in folders, so I have to open the folder as an extra step. Is there any way to make it easier in a browser?
Well, I have a browser of Google Photos open over here, and just for the questions tonight, I did take a couple burst photos today, and it's not a folder. I'm not sure what you're talking about, a folder. I'm hoping that you're just using the term folder to mean this group of photos. So a burst photo, you can tell by this icon here. So I took a burst of 4 photos on this one. I took a burst of 6 photos on this one. But there are special tools for burst photos. So yes, you do have to click on it, but then all 6 are showing up down here, and you can pick the one you like, click the 3 dots, keep only this photo, and it automatically deletes the other 5. They really are in folders. Well, then you must have downloaded them or something. I mean, there are no folders in Google Photos. If you're looking at Google Photos, there's no such thing as a folder. Maybe you downloaded them, and then they're on a folder on your computer, and then, yeah, I don't know how they got into a folder. Sorry. Maybe we can... I know that you are a Geeks on Tour member. If you want to get together on a Zoom call and take a look, I'd be happy to. Okay, I think we're we're pretty much done.
Maybe
Maybe
in
in gallery?
gallery.
That could be. Because gallery does use folders. Google Drive uses folders, but Google Photos does not.
Well,
Yeah. But good for chiming in there. And by the way, any of you all that, like to help each other with Google Photos, do you know we do have a Facebook group? It's not terribly active. I don't pay too much attention to it, but there is a Facebook group called Learn Google Photos, and, people helping people is very welcome. I think we're done.
okay. Is there more?
Thank you all for coming.
Yeah, and thank
Oh.
you. Thanks for the chat. Thank you for being here. This is another Ask Chris Anything, and we're glad you came. These things take about an hour, don't they?
Just about.
Just about.
Now
Okay.
it seems to be.
Well, we'll do it again because there's always new questions that you can ask, and the more questions you ask, the more we learn about this, and
Yeah,
the better she can teach
there
it.
is more and more and more. And remember to go to geeksontour.com/GP updates for Google Photos updates to see what's going on. And
Yeah, cool.
thanks for the chat. Yeah.
Thanks. And we'll see you next time. Where are we?
Bye.